Welcome guys, it's your Bagel Cat Lord. Today we'll be learning about cell structure. Let's start with your boys, the eukaryotes. These can be unicellular like amoeba, or multicellular like plants or animals. They have a nucleus, which is what makes them special. So let's talk about that, shall we? Nuclei are the brains of the operation, where transcription, DNA replication and ribosome creation take place. The ribosome is the site of translation and the last part protein synthesis. Think of this as the factories of the cell, taking in amino acids and using an mRNA template to make new proteins and enzymes. The rough endoplasmic reticulum contains lots of ribosomes and acts as a transport system for the cell. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum contains enzymes in fluid sacs called the
cisternae
that help with essential processes like the formation of cholesterol. The Golgi apparatus, a massive manufacturing hub where proteins that are made by ribosomes are folded into 3D shapes or combined with sugars and lipids. Mitochondria, the national grid of the cell, responsible for breaking down proteins, lipids or sugars to create ATP. Cytoplasm, a jelly-like substance where all these organelles are stored and where most of the cell's chemical reactions take place, like glycolysis. Next, the plasma membrane is the border control of the cell, made of 2 layers of phospholipids, and is responsible for blocking the movement of polar ions, holding channel proteins in place, holding glycoproteins, antigens and cellular pumps in place. Lysosomes, small organelles which break down and recycle parts of the cell, or naughty bacteria. Chloroplasts, a plant-exclusive perk which allows the user to conduct photosynthesis. Cell wall, which acts as a structural support, found in plants as sheets of beta-glucose and in fungi as chitin. Centrioles are made of bundles of microtubules and are responsible for anaphase and cell division. The cytoskeleton is responsible for transport and structural integrity. Next, let's move on to prokaryotes, shall we? These are often in the form of bacteria. They are one of the oldest organisms on Earth. They also have ribosomes, cytoplasm and cell membranes, but also have some exclusive perks. First one being flagella, only found in a handful of eukaryotes, one of them being the sperm cell. Cell walls made of
How do you say it correctly? The pronunciation of this name from science is as peptidoglycan.
And a waxy protective capsule. Plasmids, which are small loops of DNA, and chromosomal DNA, the largest loop of DNA, and takes the job of the nucleus in the prokaryote. So how the hell do we know all this? Well, with scopes. Not that kind of scope, the kind that's needed to see your personal pickle. The microscope. Light microscopes work by shining light on a slide so you can see a specimen. They are cheap, but have a relatively low resolution with about 200 nanometers and a magnification of up to 2000, and can only do 2D. Electron microscopes. Now these are the chads. They use physics to see things even smaller. Transmission electron microscopes use dry specimens and shoot electrons through them to make a 2D, 2 million times magnified image with high resolution. Next, the alpha males. The scanning electron microscope. Bounce electrons off specimens, resulting in a magnification of only 200,000 times, but, like any true Chad, can produce images in a crisp, clear 3D 4K Ultra HD 1440p 240Hz ray tracing false color is the fact that you can use I equals AM to find the image size is equal to the actual size times the magnification. And with that, we've wrapped up this topic. Thank you for watching.